example, grades are not coming, so they will apply some good things, right? But for example, grades are increasing at 2, like everyone is getting 100, then they will also change their strategy. They'll make the question paper tough, right? So that it's not 100, right? So this is
Yes.
what usually everyone do. So central bank somehow what they do, they control the things. Okay. So first of all, you will write it like this: control of credit and money supply, right? And then you will just make it like this, and you will write quantitative measures and the qualitative measures. Okay.
Okay. Wait,
You will
ma'am.
make it
I'm
like
writing. Yes, ma'am.
okay. After this, you wrote quantitative and qualitative measure like this,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So after this, in the qualitative one, you will be writing first, right? Bank rate slash discount rate. Okay, over here you will quantitative. You will be making, for example, here you wrote the heading and like this, quantitative and qualitative, right? So now you will be writing like this: first, second, third, like this. So first you will be writing bank rate slash discount rate. Okay.
Yes.
And after that you will be writing repo rate, then reverse repo rate, third number, repo rate, reverse repo rate, then open market operation. Let me know, I'll scroll it down. Repo rate, second is repo rate, third is reverse repo rate, fourth is open market operation.
Reverse rate, then open.
Open market operation. And after that, this legal reserve ratio, reserve requirement, varying legal reserve. Just write LRR. Okay.
Yes.
Then in qualitative, just first write imposing marginal requirement. Imposing marginal requirement. Then moral suasion and direct action.
Requirement
and then moral suasion and direct action.
Yes.
And then selective credit control. Done. Now what you are going to do, how we are going to make notes. First of all, we will understand what is all this, right? So what you are going to do now, once you are done over here, for example, this is your notebook. Over here you drew everything. Now from here you will put again a heading, quantitative measures, and then you will write first bank rate. You will write the definition which I'll tell you, and then you will write you leave 4 lines, then 1 line, then 4 lines. In total you will leave 9 lines. Okay. Then you will write the second one. Again the definition will be doing. Then again you will read the 9 lines. Like this you will continue. Okay. Because in that we are going to do this inflation excess demand part, right? But first of all, you will understand what does it mean. Though in the previous slides I give you the hint, but right now definition is very much important.
Okay. Yes.
So again you will put a big heading, quantitative measure. And then first bank rate slash discount rate. Then we'll study this.
Yes, first is bank rate / discount rate, right, ma'am?
Yes. So let's just understand this. It is
Yes.
minimum rate at which central bank of a country gives credit to the commercial bank to meet their long-term needs. Okay. So basically, this is the rate at which central bank of a country is giving credit to the commercial bank to meet their long-term needs. Okay.
Hmm.
And after that, you will be like again you will be leaving 9 lines, and after that you will write repo rate. So over here you will be writing this. You will write same thing. It is the minimum rate at which central bank of a country gives credit to commercial bank to meet their short term needs. Instead of long term, you will write short term. Clear? Okay. Quickly write it down.
For what, ma'am?
First you will
Can you
write
hold
no. First you will write bank rate, discount rate, right?
Okay, great.
Then you will write it is the minimum rate at which central bank of a country gives credit to the commercial bank to meet their long term rate. Okay. Then you will leave the 9 lines, right? Then you will write repo rate. Okay.
Yes.
So after writing repo rate also you will write the same line. It is the minimum rate at which central bank of a country give credit to the commercial bank to meet their you over here instead of long term you will write short term needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, can you zoom out a little bit? Of a country gives. Okay. Done. Yes, ma'am, I'm done writing both of them.
Okay. After this you will be writing the third one. Okay, which is basically this. Reverse repo rate. Okay, so over here, when the commercial bank have surplus funds, right? For example, you have over here, this is reverse. So over here, who will give the interest? Central bank will give the interest, not the commercial bank, right? So when the
Hmm.
commercial bank have surplus fund, they can deposit the same with the central bank and earn interest, right? So the interest paid by the central bank on such deposit is called reverse repo rate. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And after that you will write open
And
market. Again you will leave lines and you will write open market operation. So what is this? Basically over it's a market. So in a market what you do, either you will sell the things or you will purchase it. So it refers to purchase and sale of government security in the open market, okay, by the central bank. Clear? So what is basically open market operation is what is your operation in the market? You will either sell or you will purchase the government securities in the open market. Who? By the central bank. Who is doing this? By the who is doing this? Central bank. Okay.
central. Yes. Yes, ma'am, done. The bank part came in the exam, ma'am. I wish you could have completed that. This one at least.
Okay, this one came. Open market.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Some market came, ma'am.
Okay, open only this market one.
No.
Hmm.
Just some market. I don't know. It was, I guess, from Indian national economy, I guess, book.
What was the question? You can remember that?
No, but I do have my question paper right here.
Okay, just check it.
Okay. See, which is the following is not included in the money supply of the country.
Okay, so what was the
Time deposits, coin and currency, demand deposits, and none of the above.
okay?
So, ma'am, I got confused whether it is time deposits or none of the above.
Time deposit only.
Oh no!
Why? Because
That
time.
was a
Have you ever
mistake.
heard about time deposit?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear. Hello. Ma'am, I was confused between both of them, but then I was like,
Yes.
okay, never mind. I'll
Yeah,
just
but the
put none
only
of the
issue now,
above.
see, right now this will happen because you are not confident with the things. Right,
Yeah.
so this will happen. Obviously, it's because you hardly you have taken like hardly I think you have like taken classes for 1 week, right? So in 1 week to give exam, it's a again it's a challenge itself, right?
Yes, but I just knew, ma'am, ki like,
Huh.
okay, maybe it's time deposits, but then I was not confident. No, ma'am,
It's okay.
I
Hmm?
didn't even like attend that question. I left it for the last moment. And I was
You should have
thinking
attended that
so
at least,
hard.
because there is no negative marking.
Yeah, no, I did attend it, but I'm saying like I
Hmm.
left it for the last so that I can think and answer the question.
Oh,
Yeah, I
and in
left
last you forgot.
space, but last I just wrote none of the above. Option
Oh.
4. Oh shit.
It's
Okay,
okay.
and
It's
then
okay.
this is the statement. A balance in a bank account is a stock concept, and
Hmm.
capital is a flow concept. Ma'am, you said this, but then I was so confused. I just like there was this or machine purchase is always final good. Final
Hmm.
good
This
directly
is a part of your
satisfies the
national
needs
income.
of okay
Hmm.
consumers or investment on fixed assets. So I said both assertion A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of assertion A.
Okay. You can, because right now I can see the question paper now, so I can tell you
Oh,
because once I need to read it.
uh-huh.
Because assertion or recession or something that they will twist it and you will think that this is right, but there will be a twist. Maybe a not is written or something. So there is
Okay.
always a twist. So you can share me and over there I'll just tell you. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. You are done writing this open market operation?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
no?
No, ma'am. Wait a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
Here.
Right.
Securities in where am I? It refers to sale of government securities in the open market. Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay. And for this LRR, right? You will write. It is legally compulsory for the bank to deposit, or you can, if you want to write this, you can, or if you remember the previous definition of LRR, you can write that also. You remember that it is legally compulsory for the bank to deposit certain amount of their deposit as a reserve with central bank. Or you can even write this: legal reserve requirement is a fraction of deposit of commercial bank which is legally compulsory for them to maintain on two accounts. Okay, then you will write A, CRR, which is cash reserve ratio or minimum reserve ratio. Okay, then you will write here this, that here you, which is kept in cash form with RBI. Okay, you will write they are kept in a cash form with RBI, right? Then you will write B, SLR, and then you will write this:
Oh,
they
wait,
are
ma'am.
kept with the RBI in the form of designed liquid asset. It can be cash, gold, government security, etc. Clear? So what you need to write, I'm just explaining it again. First you will write LRR. Okay, then you will write legal reserve requirement is a fraction till here. Then you will write A, CRR, the full form of CRR, and here this you will write that this is compulsory for the bank to keep in the form of cash. Okay, yeah, this is kept in cash form with RBI. Then you will write B, SLR, the full form, and then you will write this: this is kept in the form of designed liquid asset like cash, gold, government securities, etc. Clear? Okay.
Ma'am, can you just explain me the CRR, like from where
Yeah.
I should write it?
CRR you have to write from here, that this
Okay,
is,
okay.
instead of which you will write this is kept in the
Okay,
form of
okay,
CRR.
okay.
First write LRR and then write this.
Yes, ma'am.
No need to leave the space.
Ma'am, I should write the two control: access, demand, and deficit.
No, you don't have to write that, and don't leave the space as well.
Okay. Yes.
But you are done with CRR and SLR.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, after that leave lines, and then put a heading qualitative measures.
Okay. Yes.
Now you will write first imposing marginal requirement. Okay, so this is very, very important. Listen to it very carefully. Okay,
Okay.
so for example, what is this marginal requirement? See, for example, I am giving you loan. Okay, so this let me just share the whiteboard. Wait a minute. For example, this is the bank. Okay, they are giving this is the bank. Okay, for example, you went here, that bank, I need 100 rupees loan. So they said, okay, ma'am, take it. And they gave you 100 rupees bank. And over there, you promised that in 1 year, within 1 year, I will return it. Okay. So for example, you took loan on January 2023 and you promised that you will return it by January 24. Okay. But what happened? In January 24, 2024, we like this bank tried to call you. that, okay, ma'am, you haven't paid your loan yet. We have to, like you promised us that you will be returning it. But you switched off your mobile phone, right? You changed your mobile number and you shifted to some other country, right? This is what. So basically, this is a loss for bank. They trusted you, they gave you, but somewhere you left the country and you are not ready to give the bank like the loan. You are not ready to pay back the loan, right?
Yes.
So over here, to avoid this situation, right? What banks basically do? For example, whenever someone will visit there to take loans. So for example, if you are taking the loan of 100 rupees, okay. So in return, you have to keep something with bank as a security, okay. So maybe you can deposit, maybe you
Gold,
can
cash.
yes, you can keep cash. You will not keep cash because you are taking cash,
Oh,
right?
oh, sorry.
You
Yeah.
can keep gold. You can keep your documents like your car papers, right? You can keep your house papers, property papers, right? Like this. Your shares and all that. You have to keep. For example, if you are taking the loan of 100 rupees, you have to keep something which is more than 100 rupees. For example, you are keeping your documents of your car, right? And your car is for 120 rupees. So it is higher than this, right?
Obviously,
But for
yeah.
example, you have a two-wheeler. Okay, that is for 80 rupees. So you cannot keep the documents of two-wheeler because this is less than your value of your loan, right? But now this, whether you have to keep money, keep the object or keep the documents of whatever of security you are keeping, they are decided by the bank. Whether you have to keep a product which is 120 plus or 130 plus, 140 plus, 150 plus, this is decided by the bank, right?
Yes.
So this is basically known as marginal requirement, right? For example,
Mm.
over here it is like 100 rupees loan. Government, the bank said that you have to keep something which is which costs 120 rupees or more than that. Okay, so what is the difference between the value of your loan and the value of your security? So it is 20
20.
rupees. So sometimes bank can keep it like this, that you have to pay something which is 150. So now the marginal requirement is 50,
50.
right? So this is
Yes.
what. So this is what marginal requirement is. It is a difference between the loan you are taking, the value of the loan, and the value of your security in the market. Okay. So this
Yes.
is basically the marginal requirement. I hope it's clear now.
Yes.
So what is marginal requirement? A margin is a difference between the market value of the security, right, offered by the borrower, because the borrower will be offering you the security, right? You are the borrower right now. You are taking money. Where
Yes.
against the loan and the amount of loan granted. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. So you will write this and then you will leave the nine lines again. Okay. After this, it is moral suasion and the direct action. Okay. So sometimes we give in the when we were children, right? During our childhood, we used to like our grandparents or we used to listen to stories, right? And
Yes.
like at the end of that story, we have a moral, right? This is the moral we got from that story, right? That we should be like, we
Yes.
should
Yes.
believe in equality, we should believe in unity and all that. So this is the moral. Similarly, moral suasion and the direct action is that I am telling you that, Simza, right now if you will invest here now, this will be very beneficial for you, and in long term you will get 1 crore rupees like this. So I'm orally trying to pressurize you, or trying to, you can say, influence you, right? So similarly, what central bank do, basically they try to influence the commercial bank. Okay, either they will send a letter to them, or they will orally keep a meeting, and over there they are telling about the schemes and all that. So it is a combination of persuasion and the pressure. Okay. Just a minute.
Okay.
So it is the combination of persuasion and the pressure that central bank applies to the bank in order to get them fall in the line with its policy. It is done through letter, speech, and hint to the banks. Okay, so this is what I'll orally tell them about the schemes. What should they do? What should they not do? And this is important. For example, this is the commercial bank. They ignored the letter, right? So central bank may take. It's like may, right? May take direct action against the member bank which do not comply with its policies of credit expansion and contraction. Okay, for example, I shared the letters to everyone and some people ignored. So it's not compulsory that central bank will, but they can take the action.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
So you will quickly write down. Quantitative measure, imposing mean, then leave the 9 lines, and after that, second one, moral suasion, this.
Till granted, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, I wrote it till granted. Yes. Ma'am, do you have any idea on when those revision classes, I guess, right? Question papers you're gonna do on like
Yeah,
Friday?
from tomorrow
Time,
onwards.
time, ma'am.
It's I think 5 o'clock IST. I'm planning.
Okay.
I hope
In
you
that
are okay with that. 5 o'clock. That means it will be. Simza, you are in India right now.
No, I'm in Riyadh.
You are in Riyadh, na? So I think it's a 1.5 difference.
2 hours 30 minutes difference, I guess.
Okay, so that means it will be 2:30 at your place. 2:34.
Yes.
So I hope it's okay, right?
Uh, I don't like 2:30 and 5 o'clock, ma'am.
2:30
Till
at
that,
your place.
I'll be eating and all. I don't know, ma'am. I'm just not active at that moment.
Okay, so yeah, so like if you are eating, so you can like you can just fast forward that. Okay, just eat at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, because this revision class is very much important. You know that, right? And
Hmm.
I cannot keep them late night because they are connected. They are somewhere conducting the tests for the students. So they have two
Okay.
shifts. One is morning shift and one is evening shift. So I don't want to
Okay.
pressurize student over there, right? So they attend in two slots. So the only time left is in between, like till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. They have the morning test, right?
Huh.
And then in evening also they have a test. So so it's not easy to conduct because students also need to prepare.
Yes.
So that's why I hope you can manage it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Hopefully, I'll just
yeah, you
attend
can just
evening
inform me.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. Yes.
Yes. And after that, selective credit control. So this is applicable on both the positive as well as in the negative manner. Okay. So over here, it's like, for example, I'm giving you 100 rupees pocket money. Okay. What you were doing from this 100 rupees pocket money, you were spending 80 rupees in, parties and all that, movies and all that, right? And only 20 rupees you were spending on your stationery, like the books and all that. So what I will do from next time, I will decrease your income, right? From next time, I will only give you 50 rupees, right? So that you spend less on movies, parties and all that, right? So this is what central bank do, because central bank is the head, right? So what they do, basically, we have different sector, industrial sector, education sector, health sector. We have different sectors, right? So over here, they are going to control it. Okay, the entertainment sector and all that. During the Corona time, see, entertainment sector was totally zero, right? No movies, nothing, because it was a proper lockdown. So what government did at that time? Government said that we will not invest on this sector. We will only focus on other sector, like the health sector, the education sector, and the uh, infrastructure sector. Okay. So over here, in a positive manner, the credit will be channelized to the particular priority sector. So over here, government focus more on the health sector, right? So over here, like what I am doing, like I am channelizing all the funds to particular sector, right? So that is a positive manner, right? But if I'll say that this sector, you don't need to give anything, you don't need to invest over this sector, like entertainment sector or the alcohol and all that sector. So that is somewhere I'm stopping the credit flow to that particular sector. So that is a negative manner, right? When you are giving extra, that is a positive sector, but you are saying you don't need to put efforts or you don't need to invest over this sector, that's a negative manner. Clear?
Yes.
We will quickly write down this.
I'm going to just scroll down for a minute. Just.
See, for moral suasion, don't leave the lines, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's one. Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. Now the actual game starts from here. Okay, because in the question paper there are less chances that they will be asking you this, what is bank rate and all that, right? They always you ask you in the excess demand what the bank will be doing. Okay.
Yes.
So this is what you have to remember. Now, first of all, you will tell me, do you know what is inflation and what is deflation?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me.
Excess demand, it is basically having extra demand. I mean, having more supply. I guess so. It's more excess demand.
Okay. See, I'll tell you. Inflation. You don't have to focus on excess demand. You have to focus on inflation.
Okay.
Okay.
Inflation
And
means less, I guess.
yes, inflation and deflation, right? So
Huh.
inflation is basically increase in price.
Increasing, sorry.
I
Yes.
is increase, and deflation is decrease in
Decrease.
price. I'm talking about price. I'm not talking about demand. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me one thing. When the prices earlier, you were getting a chocolate for 10 rupees. Okay. Now the price increased. So now you will get that particular chocolate for 20 rupees. So what will happen? You will purchase more or you will purchase less?
Purchase less for 20.
Yes. So because prices are so over here, what is you are doing? You will purchase less. You will demand less. Okay. Don't get confused. I'll tell you. Over there in the paper, in the PPT, it was written that excess demand slash deficit demand. Sorry, slash inflation. Right? So you will be like, ma'am, over there it was written excess demand, or you can see this. See what they have written. They have written inflation slash excess demand. Right? But over here, what I told you, that
Inflation.
when there will be inflation, prices will be increasing, so demand will be less. Right? So I'll tell you the reason behind that. And deflation is, for example, earlier you were getting it for 10 rupees. Now you are getting it for 5 rupees. So what will happen? Everyone will demand, okay? Because it's cheaper. It's sale now. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now listen to one thing. This is basically the cause of inflation. This. Right? Cause of deflation. Right? But for example, over here, so many people, there is excess demand. Right? So many people are, you have only 2 chocolates. Okay. And 4 people are demanding here that I want chocolate, I want chocolate, I want chocolate. Right? So this is happening. So at that time, what you will do, you will increase the price or you will decrease the price.
Decrease price.
You have 2 chocolates, right? But 4 people are demanding that I want chocolate, I want chocolate. So what you will do?
Cut it in half.
No. To the price. What you will do to the price? Think as a shopkeeper.
4 people needed, and I have 2 chocolates.
You don't have to divide it. You don't have to divide it to between 4 people, among the 4 people. You have to just tell me when so many people are demanding. Right?
Okay.
So at that time, the price of the product will increase or it will decrease.
Okay. Increase.
Increase. Why? Because when we have limited stock, right? So they give you the when you have limited stock, the over there what they do, they increase the price. Right? So for example, the chocolate usually is for 10 rupees. But when I saw that so many people are demanding, so I said it is for 20 rupees. So that automatically 2 people will say no, we don't want to purchase it. Why? Because it's not obvious that everyone can afford it. Right? So only 2 people will be remaining and you can sell these chocolates to those people. Right?
It's more like marketing, ma'am.
Yes, more like marketing. So when there will be excess demand, what you will do? You will do the inflation. Right? That you will increase the price because you can see so many people are demanding. So you are like, I'll increase the price because I'll become more valuable. Right? But
ma'am, but then the thing you explained, inflation, it is caused because demand is less, right?
yes, over here, see, you got
But
the
then
story.
access, why are you saying?
See. You got the story. See, excess. There was 4 people. They were demanding. Right? So this was an excess demand. Yes.
Okay.
Because you have only 2 chocolates. So in comparison to product, you have more buyers. So that is the excess demand. Right? So when you increase the price, right? Automatically what happened? These 2 people said, no. Now there is a deficit demand. Getting the point?
No.
Okay, wait. See, there is like everything it will have a cost. Okay. So what is happening? For example, earlier 4 people are demanding chocolates.
Okay.
So over here 4 people are demanding the chocolates, which is basically the 2 chocolates. Now it was for 10 rupees only. Right? So it was for 10 rupees. So now usually 1, 2, 3, 4 people are demanding. So this is excess demand. right?
Oh, yes.
Because you have only 2
2
products,
chocolates.
but 4 people are
Buyers
demanding. So
are
this is
yeah.
obviously excess demand, right? These
Yes.
only one, this person is rich, others are like average, middle class, right? So now basically when shopkeeper saw that 4 people are demanding, so he increased the price to 20, right?
Yes.
So now over here he increased the price. So this excess demand, because of this excess demand, what happened? Inflation happened, right? Because the shopkeeper increased the price, so that is inflation. Increase in price is inflation.
Okay, yes.
Yes. So remember
Right.
one thing, excess demand and inflation, they are the same thing,
Huh.
right?
Okay,
Because
understood.
when you will increase the price? When there are excess demand,
Huh.
right? But for example, nobody's in the malls and everything you go, you can see that sale is there. Why the sale is there? Because nobody is purchasing them, so that's why they put it into sale,
Huh.
right? But
Yes.
when you will see that something is very unique and everybody wants it, the prices will be too high.
Yeah.
Right? So similarly with that also, the shopkeeper saw that 4 people are demanding, so he increased the price. Now out of this, what happened? These 3 people, they refused that no, we cannot afford it, so they rejected. So now only one person is here who will be purchasing the chocolate, and of course he will be purchasing only one chocolate, right? So because
Yes.
of this inflation, what happened? Automatically the deficit demand came, right? So this is was a problem. You need to correct it, right? So don't think about this, what will happen, because you need to only focus on these two in this chapter, right?
Okay, yes.
But I'm telling you, if someone will ask you because of inflation, what happens, right? If inflation means increase in price, so when you will increase the price, what is happening over here? Demand comes down,
Yes, deficit.
right? So if I'll ask you what happens because of inflation, at that time you will say, ma'am, because of this demands come down, right? But if I'll ask you what leads to inflation, right?
Then
So you will say,
excess
ma'am,
demand.
excess demand leads to inflation. That's why excess demand and inflation, they are the same thing.
Yes.
Clear? But if I'll ask you because of inflation, what happens? So you will say demands come down.
Demands
Clear?
come down. Demands come down. Okay.
Decrease in demand, you can say, right?
Okay.
Similarly, this is for deficit demand as well, right? Which is deflation, right? So deflation is basically the deficit demand. Clear? So over here, what is
Yes.
happening? You have
You
4
have
chocolates.
more supplies, less
Yes.
buyers.
But only 2 people wants to purchase it.
Yeah.
Right? So over here, you can say you have 4 things. So earlier the price was 10 rupees.
Now you make it 5. Now it's
Yes,
a
I will make
deflation.
it 5. Right? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Right? So what is happening over here? Now these people, they have 10 rupees. So now he will purchase 2 chocolates and he will also purchase 2 chocolates. Right?
Yes.
So the problem of deficit demand solved. Now they demanded 4. Yeah. So now they demanded it more. They were like, now the prices are 5. We want more chocolate.
Yes.
Right? So when there is a deflation, just remember one thing, deflation means deficit demand and inflation means excess demand. That's it. Okay?
Yes.
Right? Why you
Yes.
nobody was demanding it. That's why you reduce the price, which is deflation.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
So now we'll just now you have to learn a story. Okay? So over here, when there is an inflation and the excess demand, okay. So over here, what will happen? Earlier, for example, this is a bank rate. You were getting loan. For example, you want 100 rupees loan. Okay. You were getting this loan for 20% interest. Okay. But now when I saw that so many people are demanding that we want loan, we want loan, we want loan. Okay. So at that time, what you will do? You will increase the interest rate. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? Because when so many people demand, you will increase it. When nobody will demand, you will decrease it. Okay.
Yes.
So when there is an excess demand, so you will increase the bank rate. Earlier it was 20 rupees. Now you are like, I'll give it for 50 rupees, 50% interest, right? So when there
Yes.
is an excess demand, bank rate is increased, right? When bank rate is increased, it means because of this increase in rate of interest also increases, right?
Yes.
And it makes the credit costlier. Now taking credit is a loan, Okay, so now taking loan is costlier, right? Earlier you have to only pay 20%
Yeah,
interest, but now it is
20%. Now
costlier.
it's 50. Yeah.
Yes. So now less people, demand for credit reduces, right? Now people will not demand, right? Earlier it was for 20 rupees, earlier it was cheaper, but now it is costlier, so nobody will demand. So demand for credit will go down, right?
Yes.
Because of this, less money will go to the economy, because less people will take loan, so less money will be going to economy, right?
Yeah.
And now purchasing power is curtailed, right? If you people will not get money, of course they cannot purchase anything. For example, I wanted loan to purchase home, right? I want to purchase a flat, right? But because of the increase, earlier 4 people were there who were taking loan, right? Because they all wanted to purchase the 4 flats, right? But when bank rate was increased to 50%, these 3 people rejected that. No, 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 it's too expensive. 50% interest. Oh my god. So now what is happening basically? Less money is going to economy and the purchasing power is curtailed. Earlier they all were able to purchase, but now when you increase the rate, the purchasing power of these 3 reduce, and the only person he is eligible to take the one. So because of this aggregate demand fall, earlier what was the demand? There was demand of 4 flats, right? But now because of this, there is a demand of only 1 flat, right? And because of this, the problem of excess demand is correct. Getting the point?
Yes.
Right? So this is the whole story you have to write. Okay. Now
Okay.
coming to deflation and deficit demand, this is a story, but it will be opposite. When nobody is purchasing, for example, the bank for 100 rupees, the interest rate was 20%, right? At that, nobody was purchasing it. So what I did, I said, okay, not 20%, I'll only give you at 10%, right? So what is
Yes.
happening? Bank rate is reduced, and because of this, the rate of interest also decreased, right? And now credit is cheaper, right? Earlier you have to pay 20, now you have to only pay 10%. The demand this demand for credit, DD is demand. Okay, demand for
Deficit
credit
demand.
increases, right? DD is
Okay.
demand. Okay,
Okay.
so now it increases because earlier it was 20 rupees, now it is 10%. So everyone will be like, oh my god, this credit is so cheaper, so everybody wants to purchase it, right?
Yes.
So DD for credit increases, more money flows to the system, and purchasing power increases, and aggregate demand rises, and deficit demand is corrected. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, I hope you got it. You will quickly write it down, because others I will only ask you to take the screenshots. Okay, but one you need to
Yes,
write.
ma'am. Already took, ma'am.
Okay, you
Screenshot.
already took? Okay, so
Yes.
because we don't have much time, so if you make a note, then
Yeah.
it will
Yeah.
be,
Yes.
again, you won't be able to complete. Now, repo rate. Repo rate, same everything. Over here, you have to write the same to same. Okay, can you please tell me
Okay.
why it is same to same? Because the only difference between repo rate and the bank rate was this long term and the short term, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So no need to write, no need to change anything. You will directly write this only, right? Because
Okay.
explanation won't be getting affected because of long term and short term, right? The whole process will be same only, right?
Yes.
But coming to here, reverse separate, over here the things will be changing, right? So when there is
Yes.
an inflation, means excess demand is there. So what the people will be doing? They will increase the repo rate, reverse repo rate, right? Because of this, for example, earlier, remember this one is little bit tricky. Okay, you have to think in an opposite way, right? So over
Okay.
here, for example, when you deposit the account, like money in a bank account, you get the interest, right? If you
Yes.
yes, so basically, see, remember one thing: commercial bank, they have, this is a commercial bank. They have 2 choices. One, they can give loans, okay, or they can deposit it with the central bank, right? They have 2 choices, right? So for example, over here, when they will deposit it with the central bank, if they are getting 20% interest, right? And when they are giving loan, they are getting 30% interest. So of course they will not deposit, they will only, give the loan, right? Because over here they are getting more interest, right?
Yes.
So over here, when there is an inflation, so many people are demanding, so the reverse repo rate is increased, right? So because of this, reverse repo rate means commercial bank is ready to give more interest, right? So because of this, commercial bank, what they will do, they will park, they will put their surplus fund with the central bank, they will deposit all their money with the central bank, because they are getting more interest rate now, right? But now they are giving more, they are depositing it, but they are not giving loan. So there's a negative effect of the lending capacity of the commercial bank, right? Because now central bank is giving more interest, right? So commercial banks
Yes.
are like, we will deposit all our money with the central bank, but they are like, we will not give anything as a loan, but people needs loan. So that's why it is a negative effect on the loan, right?
Mm.
Lending capacity
Yes.
means I am able to give the loan, right? So
Yes.
when I have only 100 rupees, I have two choices: either I can give loan or I can deposit. So this deposit I was getting 30% interest, and in loan I was getting 20% interest, right? So over
So
here what I will
loan.
do, I will deposit. So it will be negative for the lending. My lending capacity will be 0 because I will not lend anything, right? And lend means
Yes.
giving loan.
Yes.
Okay. So because of this, what happened? Demand for cost credit reduces, less money, because over here demand of credit reduces. Nobody will be, demanding it. Less money will be going to the economy, and aggregate demand will be fall, and excess demand will be corrected, because now I will not give the money to the people. So less money will be going in the market, and the problem of aggregate demand will fall out. Clear?
Hmm.
Now, repo rate. It's over here what is happening when there is deflation. Nobody is demanding. So at that time, repo rate is reduced. Okay. So now repo rate, what central bank did? Central bank earlier it was paying 20. It said now I will only pay 10% interest rate. Right? So because of this, what will happen? Commercial bank will discourage to park their funds with the central bank. They don't want to deposit their money with the central bank. Right? Therefore, lowering the reverse repo rate has the positive effect. Because of this, what is happening? Positive effect on the lending capacity of the commercial bank. Because now they will not deposit, they will lend more and more money to the people. Right? So that's a
Hmm.
positive effect on the lending capacity of commercial bank. Because of this, what happens? People will demand for borrowing from the commercial bank. Now I will give loans. More and more people will come to me and take loans. And because of this, more and more money will go to the market, to the economy, and purchasing power will increase, and aggregate demand will rises, and the problem of deficit demand is corrected. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now this also you have taken the screenshot.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Once you make the note, just share it with me so that I can check whether you made any mistake or something. Right?
Okay.
And now coming to this open market operation. Okay. So open market operation, what I told you, either you will sell something or you will purchase something. Right? So when there is
Yes, ma'am.
excess demand means prices are really high, inflation. Right? So at
Yes.
that time prices are really high. So what you will do? You will sell or you will purchase? Tell me.
The demand is very high then.
No. Don't think about
What?
demand. It's like, just think about the inflation. Excess demand is inflation, right?
Huh.
So inflation means the prices are really high. So
Yeah.
when
So
prices are
there's
really high, you will purchase or you will sell.
sell.
Yes. Why? Because when you will purchase when the prices are low, right?
Huh.
So
Right.
over here, government securities are sold by the central bank in the open market, right? So when I'm selling it, for example, if these are the government security and these are the people, right? If
Hmm.
they have 100 rupees, okay, from this 100 rupees, what they can do, they can demand that we want chocolate, we want pizza, we want this, so many demands, right? So when I will sell this security to these people, right, I will take their 100 rupees, right? In return, I will take the money, na?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
with the money, what I am taking, I am also taking their, what I am doing, I am also taking their purchasing power, right? Because
Yes.
now their 100 rupees is with me, so they cannot demand anything, right? So
Yes.
the government securities are sold in the by the central bank in the open market. The central bank withdraw additional purchasing power, right? So I am withdrawing the purchasing power of these people. There will be contraction in the credit, less money will flow in the system. So now I have sold them these my product. So now they cannot demand anything, right?
Yes.
I've taken their purchasing power, less money is with the economy, and aggregate demand will fall, and the problem of excess demand will be corrected. Clear?
Yes.
And in deficit, nobody has the money. So over there, what I will say, they have, for example, they don't have any money, they have only the products. Okay. So what I will say, I will purchase the product from them, and in return, I will give them money. I will give them the purchasing power, right? So that they can demand. So by purchasing the government security, the central bank inject additional purchasing power in the system, which expend credit, more money supply will flow in the system. Purchasing power of the economy increases and aggregate demand rises. So deficit demand is correct. Clear?
Yes.
I can quickly take the screenshot for this.
Sure.
Now, after this LRR. So over here, they are the same thing. Okay. So what happens? LRR is basically, it's like you can keep 20%, 30%, 40% like this, right? So when there is an excess demand, don't think about CRR, it's LRR only. Okay.
Okay.
Right? Because LRR, they have two parts, CRR and SLR. They have the same thing. So instead of writing CRR, you will write LRR. Okay. But in exam hall, if they ask you what the bank will do for CRR, so that means you have to write the same thing because CRR is also a part of LRR. Right?
Okay. Yes.
So when there is an excess demand, what you will do? You will increase the CRR. Right? Central bank withdraw the additional purchasing power. There will be contraction of the credit. Less money will fall in the system. Purchasing power of the economy. Everything is same. Right? Deficit demand, you will decrease it. So you will inject the additional purchasing power, which will expand the credit. More money will. Everything. Once you learn one story, right? You can write everything. But instead of reverse repo rate, because there is a different story.
Yes.
Right?
Ma'am.
Everything is same. The entire story, that additional purchasing, everything is same. So you have to learn one, and after that you can make the others. Okay.
Ma'am, can you like just forward the drawings as well you did? Because I'll have just in my mind key, okay, this is the explanation of this.
Okay. So because this will be like, it will be erased by that.
Oh, I'll take the screenshot, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. This one you want to take the screenshot?
Yes, I took already.
Okay, the whiteboard screenshot you are talking about?
Yes, whiteboard.
Okay. This one?
Yes.
This is so pathetic, though.
No, it's okay. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Now, one more thing. This is, you have taken the LRR screenshot?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, coming to this. Imposing marginal requirement. Just read it. This is also same, but just give it a read. Okay?